sometimes rain falls. That's nature. But sometimes when that rain falls, it could cause us to be slow in some of the things we need to do. Should I get out of the car now, take the groceries in the house? But regardless of the fact, it can slow us down sometimes, but it has to be done. It's the same way in life. It's because you see, life has its storms too. What is a storm? A storm is a meteorological phenomenon where heavy rain and wind occur due to moisture in the air. There are two storms we are most familiar with: hurricanes and tornadoes. A hurricane is a storm that forms over warm waters in tropical areas, whereas a tornado is a column of air that extends from a thunderstorm to the ground. The thing these two have in common is they both contain strong rotating wind. Wind is basically air in natural motion. See, wind can be a friend like a nice breeze on an autumn day, or it can be an enemy that can cause catastrophic damage. Since wind is invisible, it's hard to see one of these storms unless it makes a funnel or rotating motion of water droplets, dust, and debris. This is how it is in our life storms. We don't see it until the debris of life situations start to rotate and cause damage in our mind, shifting the way we think. So if I can just get away and clear my mind so I can think. But the more you try, the more the debris of your issues seem to overcome you like a flood. But you have to remember that when the enemy comes like a flood, God will blow his breath against it and drive it back. Knowing this, you will begin to realize that there is hope ahead. Hope is believing that everything will turn out for the best. But there's one thing you have to keep in mind is that in your time of trouble, God will hide you and shelter you. Another thing to remember is that in the middle of the rotating winds of a storm is something called the eye. And in the eye, there is peace. So if God doesn't take you out of the storm, then ask him to place you in the middle of it. Because that peace I was referring to is Jesus. And Jesus is our peace. You have to trust him to guide you through the storm. If you are in a storm right now, and while the lies, hurts, financial problems, and other worldly cares are spinning around you, then focus on the peace of God in the storm instead of the elements that's around you of the storm. See, when God created you, he created you with storms in mind. So when storms go to raging in your life and you don't know what to do, don't get scared. Because when you see how God brings you out, the only thing that's going to be blown away is your mind.